Bruce Lee's spiritual practice was deeply intertwined with his martial arts and life philosophy. He believed in cultivating both mind and body to reach a state of balance and self-actualization. His daily spiritual practices were a combination of Eastern philosophies, personal introspection, and discipline, creating a holistic approach to living. Meditation and mindfulness. Bruce Lee practiced daily meditation, which he viewed as essential for mental clarity and inner peace. He believed that stilling the mind through meditation helped him connect with his inner self and find balance in the chaotic nature of life. Lee often spoke about achieving a state of no-mindedness, where the mind is free from distractions and ready to respond without hesitation or overthinking. This state of no-mind, or Mushin, is derived from Zen philosophy and is vital in martial arts for fluid and spontaneous reactions. Lee incorporated this into his everyday routine, often starting his mornings with quiet reflection or meditation to set the tone for the day. Reading and studying philosophical texts. Bruce Lee was an avid reader, especially of Eastern and Western philosophy. His personal library contained thousands of books, including works on Taoism, Buddhism, Stoicism, and the teachings of great philosophers like Krishnamurti and Nietzsche. Lee used these readings not only to deepen his spiritual practice but also to develop his martial arts philosophy of Jeet Kune Do. He saw life as a constant process of learning and self-discovery, and he took time each day to read, study, and reflect on ideas that resonated with him. One of his favorite texts was the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, which emphasizes simplicity, flow, and harmony with nature. These teachings greatly influenced his own philosophy of being adaptable and, like water, which became central to both his spiritual and martial practices. Journaling and self-reflection. Lee was a meticulous journal keeper. He would write down his thoughts on life, philosophy, martial arts, and personal growth regularly. His journals are full of reflections on his inner struggles, goals, and insights into his spiritual journey. This practice of self-reflection allowed him to track his spiritual progress and constantly improve both his mind and body. Journaling was also a way for him to clarify his thoughts and ensure that his actions aligned with his values and principles. He often wrote about the importance of cultivating self-awareness, noting that knowing oneself was the first step toward mastery in any discipline, whether martial arts or life itself. Physical training as a spiritual practice. For Bruce Lee, physical training was more than just exercise, it was a form of meditation and a path to self-discovery. He believed that through intense physical discipline, one could break through mental and spiritual barriers. Lee's rigorous training routines, which involved martial arts drills, strength training, and flexibility work, were ways for him to push beyond the limits of the body and connect with the deeper aspects of himself. He often described the flow state he entered during training, where mind and body acted as one. This was a key part of his spiritual practice, teaching him to be fully present and focused, a principle he applied both in and out of the gym. Philosophy of being like water. One of Bruce Lee's core spiritual beliefs was rooted in the Taoist concept of being flexible and adaptable, which he famously described as being like water. This principle guided both his martial arts and his approach to life. Water, in its formlessness, can take the shape of whatever it enters, yet it remains powerful enough to carve through rock. In his daily life, Lee practiced being fluid and open to change, adjusting to challenges with grace rather than resistance. He believed that, like water, one should flow around obstacles, adapting and remaining resilient in the face of difficulties. This belief helped him cultivate patience, humility, and a deeper understanding of the nature of existence. Connection to nature. Bruce Lee often found spiritual renewal in nature. He believed that spending time outdoors helped him reconnect with the simplicity and flow of life. Nature was a source of inspiration for him, and he would often take walks or spend quiet time in natural settings as part of his spiritual practice. His connection to nature was not only physical but also metaphorical. The principles he drew from nature, such as the fluidity of water and the harmony of natural forces, shaped his worldview and martial arts philosophy. Philosophy of personal liberation. Bruce Lee's spiritual practice revolved around the idea of self-liberation, the belief that one must break free from external expectations and limitations in order to fully realize one's potential. He often spoke of shedding unnecessary attachments, be they mental, physical, or emotional, in order to live authentically and powerfully. He believed that true freedom came from within, and this was reflected in his practice of martial arts, which emphasized adaptability and personal expression. This philosophy of liberation extended to all aspects of life, where he encouraged others to question societal norms and find their own path to enlightenment. Philosophy of present moment awareness. Living in the present moment was a key spiritual practice for Bruce Lee. He advocated for full presence in whatever one was doing, whether training, fighting, or simply engaging in daily activities. This was closely tied to his meditation practice and his belief in mindfulness, being fully engaged in the here and now without distractions. By being fully present, Lee believed one could experience life more fully and respond to challenges more effectively, without being bogged down by past regrets or future anxieties. Bruce Lee's daily spiritual practice was a blend of physical, mental, and philosophical disciplines that worked together to help him cultivate a balanced and purposeful life. His integration of meditation, mindfulness, self-reflection, and martial arts created a path toward self-mastery and personal liberation. His approach continues to inspire those seeking to balance body, mind, and spirit in their own lives.